Gossip: Communication at the Working Level by Joanna Chase. By definition, organizational communication encompasses traditional, modern, formal, and informal means through which information is shared. For example, some organizations share information with their employees and customer via traditional means, such as newsletters, meetings, face-to-face discussions, or through more modern means, such as email, blogs, text messages, or social media updates. However, it is believed that about 75% of organizational communication is conducted via these informal means. Informal communication happens naturally and constantly. It flows freely in the workplace, especially in an environment where employees are comfortable with one another. One of the fastest spreading, potentially one of the most detrimental, and oldest mass communication tools is that of gossip. Gossip is a communication style widely used in a working environment in order to share both important work-related information and personal social updates. Also known as empty talk, unimportant chattering, talking about daily life, social or personal matters, and the exchange of personal information. Gossip is done in an evaluative way, either positive or negative, about absent third parties. It's natural for people to converse when they feel comfortable with each other, such as in the workplace. Gossip tends to happen most when there are issues with formal communication between employees, whether the problem is that little or no information is being shared, if something is being covered up, or if questions are left lingering without answers. No matter what, it happens all the time, whether the information is positive or negative. Everyone takes part in it at some level. However, gossip often involves information that may not have been confirmed to be true or may have been altered as it was passed from person to person, much like in the childhood game telephone. Good or bad, gossip is a part of everyday reality and is an indispensable component of social and organizational life. Although gossip tends to have a pejorative connotation, it can also be beneficial to an organization. It can help facilitate the sharing of information quickly. It can help reduce some stress felt by employees and can help facilitate camaraderie among employees. At the management level, gossip aids in alerting supervisors of requests, concerns, and potential environmental changes. Due to the speed at which gossip tends to travel, it can allow management to deal with situations before they become bigger issues. Conversely, if not handled properly, it can lead to negative feelings towards the organization or fellow employees. It can increase stress on the supervisor-employee relationship. It can be a catalyst for conflicts and drama among employees, and can also lead to bigger misunderstandings between all working levels. Also, if people are gossiping often, it can result in decreased productivity. In 2014, the findings to a study on gossip were published. It was one of the first of its kind and involved 4 groups of nurses located throughout 4 different medical facilities in Turkey. The nurses were asked to provide feedback via questionnaires on their everyday activities and conversations. After all of the results were compiled and analyzed, it was concluded that face-to-face gossip among nurses was the most common informal means of communication, that it was used as a method of stress relief, and almost never crossed the supervisor-subordinate boundary. When working with a group of people, gossip is nearly impossible to eliminate. So as with any form of communication, if addressed and handled appropriately, it can be monitored. The keys to a successful organizational communication strategy are: for the entire organization to work as a team, for each individual to do their best to treat each other with respect, for management to address or avoid issues with formal communication between themselves and employees, to share appropriate levels of information, to not hide information from subordinates, and to address all the questions and concerns of the workforce in a concise and timely manner. After all, communication in an organization can be the sole reason as to why an organization succeeds or fails, and devising a communication strategy is the first step on the pathway to success.